Very, very nice sound to be listening to right now. Very, very lucky, very blessed, very happy. Even if you don't have audio on, you can see that a pulley is turning in the background, and that is because the engine is running. Very, 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 very excited about this. Was a little nervous when I found out that it was the timing belt itself that actually went bad, but fortunately it was no major damage. It was not the camshaft position sensor like the code was reporting. That was a fault because the crank was literally not turning the timing belt at all. There were no teeth on the timing belt, or ribs. There were no ribs on the timing belt where the timing belt comes into contact with the crankshaft pulley. So the valves were not opening up. Obviously the cam, which the camshaft position sensor monitors, was not rotating, and thus I was getting a fault for camshaft position sensor. If that cam does not rotate, the camshaft position sensor doesn't read it. So blah. So yay, very, very, very excited. Unfortunately, this is one of those, if you're a Subaru guy and you're wondering why your car won't start, and you've got a either a crankshaft position sensor fault or a camshaft position fault, and you've pulled off the timing, the driver's side timing cover and the passenger side inspection port, and you look and you see that everything is aligned correctly, and you're still wondering why is nothing working. Your belt may not have snapped, which in my case, my belt did not snap. It literally just lost its teeth in one area, and unfortunately when I parked the car, that is where the teeth that were missing, or the ribs that were missing, happened to be. And unfortunately the car wouldn't start, and so yeah, long story short, the car is running. I spent, oh geez, I spent probably 10 to 12 hours trying to diagnose this car, looking up the procedure for inspecting the camshaft position sensor, and then going through all of the diagnostic steps for the camshaft position sensor, following the FSM. I talked to a couple people, my uncle and a friend of mine, who use all data, and was trying to get more and more and more information. And I didn't believe that it was the timing belt, because when I pulled off the inspection covers, I saw that the belt still had tension. Nice word. The belt still had tension. So I was under the impression that everything with the belt would be fine, but it was not until I actually removed the timing cover itself that I was able to locate the problem, which was the missing ribs on the belt. So long story short, do not miss a diagnostic step. If you have to look a little bit further at something, you have to look a little bit further at something. The repair itself maybe took, I don't know, it's 3:30 right now. The repair itself took 3 hours. Granted, I had the timing belt exposed at the last night. I was not able to get the timing belt until earlier on in this afternoon, so luckily everything is done, but the car is running. I'm very happy about that. When the car stopped, I was lucky, or very fortunate, that it stopped where it did. No valve damage, no lifter tick, no nothing. It's running great. I gave it a few practice revs already, and everything is fine. So Subaru guys, if you're getting a camshaft position sensor fault, just a P0340, do go ahead and pull off your timing belt cover. I know the AC belt is a pain in the butt. I get that. I know getting the crankshaft pulley off is not so much fun, but if everything is looking as it seems, but still nothing is going on, you're going to have to go ahead and get your timing cover off. That crank pulley has to come off. Use the access port behind the throttle body. Use the access port behind the throttle body to get your crank pulley off. I know that sounds completely counterintuitive, but if you look underneath your throttle body, there is a little rubber hard plastic grommet that is beneath the valve cover. It is on the engine side. It is not on the transmission side. It's on the engine side. But if you pull that cover off, you have access to the flywheel or the flex plate, depending on if it's a manual or an automatic. You do have access regardless. You can stick a small flat tip screwdriver in there. Make sure you're not pinching any hoses or hitting any pipes. It's a little bit of a challenge to get the screwdriver in there, but you can get it in there. And once you get it in there, a 3-foot breaker bar is going to do it for you. You're not going to have any problems with that crank pulley. I was very fortunate to happen across that while I was doing my research yesterday, so yay for that. But I'm very happy the car is running again, and I'm covering the camera. Nice. Yeah. Anyways, if you guys are not Subaru specific people and you guys are Big Scary Guy fans, then thank you for watching this video anyways. I know it's not super important, but for me it's super important because how can I make videos if I can't get around and go do stuff? But Big Scary Guy, you haven't been making any videos anyway. What's up with that? I'm gonna release a video about that here coming up soon. Like a lot of people, I've actually been struggling with some depression issues, and I'm going to talk about that in a future video. I don't plan on doing that right now, but the car is running. I'm very happy about that. I hope you guys are happy about that. We will be doing some stuff here soon. I don't know when, but I've got a new timing kit that I'm gonna have to install. I only put the belt on today. I'm gonna have to go back in and replace everything. Both the idler pulleys and the tensioner pulley, as well as putting a new belt on, new water pump, all of that fun stuff. So Subaru specific guys, I do hope that you will come back and check me out because I will be doing stuff. I still need to do a video about how I put a remote start, how I put a remote start in a manual transmission vehicle. I'll include the wiring diagrams and all that other fun stuff. You may find a previous video where I said that I did it, and I think I included some of the reference material, but I will be doing that. I've also got to finish the build for the stereo. The stereo is not done. The amp, yeah, you can kind of see the amp. Let's see if I can get my finger right over there, right above my finger. You can see not the amp and the subwoofer are over there. They've got to get an enclosure, and then they can be installed. And then the stereo surround still has to be finished. I ordered my USB hub. That should be in actually today. I won't get to that, but there is a lot of content still to come. I am going to be bringing stuff out. I promise you guys. I will see you guys soon. I hope you guys have not forgotten about me. I haven't forgotten about you. I promise. I promise. Okay? Cross my heart. I promise I've not forgotten about you guys. I will be back in the near future. See you guys later. Have a nice day. If this is your first time stopping by, please subscribe. I will have content for everybody, not just people who want to stare at my face and listen to my voice. I still don't get those people, but I love you guys anyways. Have a nice one. See you guys later. Bye-bye.